I'm here with Representative Armagost. He is out of House District 64, and he's a staunch 2A advocate, which we really appreciate because he's outnumbered here in the Colorado General Assembly. We're going to talk to him about his understanding of SB3, how it reads, and what the effect is going to be on Colorado citizens. So, Representative, the first thing is, this is what I understand it to be. You have to go and get a permission slip to take a safety course, so then you can purchase a specified semi-automatic.
Correct.
Which isn't very specified.
No.
It's pretty much all semi-automatics.
Absolutely.
That's direct gas, piston gas, blowback. Now there is kind of a carve out for recoil operated, which I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah, it's self-contradicting.
So the way I read it, maybe they're talking about like the pistols are not going to be included in this, like your Glocks and your Canics and your SIGs and stuff like that. So if somebody wants to exercise their right in a concealed fashion, because we're going back to last year's bill, which was passed, they have to go and get an 8-hour course. And does that 8-hour course count to the 12-hour or 4-hour course that this bill is proposing?
No, this is another way to require people to pay more money to take more training for permission, like you said, to get a firearm that's on an arbitrary list of random firearms that are otherwise banned in this bill. So it's just another way to hurt businesses, to hurt the consumers, and otherwise chase businesses and consumers out of state to get the firearms that they want to get, especially those that fall onto this arbitrary list.
So do you think this is going to create even more of a black market?
Absolutely.
I mean, especially with everything else that they're trying to propose?
Yeah, getting people to drive out of state to get firearms. All they can get now are long guns out of state. So it's just another way to hinder, but otherwise, yeah, forcing people to, well, I know my buddy's selling this firearm, so I'll just buy it from that person. And then there probably won't be obviously a legal transfer because that under this is banned as well. So
understood. Why do you think there's not as many people here today as there was for the assault weapons ban last year?
I think people are, they're fed up. I think people have kind of just realized this bill has morphed into something every time it's been read in either committee or on the floor of the Senate. It'll morph again before we see it on the House floor, if we see it on the House floor. I think it's something that it's got to go through a bunch more different routes before it even makes it to the House floor, especially with any kind of a fiscal note. It'll go through finance, and otherwise any changes that are made, which already have been in the House, it's going to have to go back to the Senate for approval on the amendment. So there's going to be a lot of steps still to go on this bill, a lot of more reasons for it to morph into something different, and hopefully beat it until it's beat into submission.
So I think one last question. With all the things that it has to go through, do you think that has a potential to actually reach the end of the legislative session before it even gets voted on?
It's likely. The way that this thing has been delayed so far, I know some of that's been intentional, I'm sure. The rest of it has just been for technical reasons. But as much as it's delayed, there's a lot more important things to do in this legislature, and I think the leadership on both sides of the aisle know that. So getting this to trail as long as it can down the line and get important legislation for Colorado through is what we all want. That's what Colorado wants. So hopefully, it'll either fall off the calendar or die altogether.
Cool. Thank you so much, Representative.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.